Good evening, guys. I hope you're doing well. Hope this video finds you all doing well. Just wanted to come to you for a few minutes this evening with a thought that came to my mind. You might say God put on my heart to share. I'm here on the job, as you might see, still installing and finishing cabinets in this kitchen. Just wanted to take a moment and speak to the financial crisis. If you get on YouTube and you search the financial crisis, then you can find all kinds of content where especially young folks are talking about how hard it is to make it in the world today. For crying out loud, there are some poor folks renting storage units to live in because things are so bad and so expensive that the common working person can't get ahead. And this is in fact true. I've been studying this for a long time, and I'll go ahead now and just say I am not a financial advisor. I'm not a certified financial planner. Anything I say about finances in this video or any future videos, here's your disclaimer. Don't make your decisions based on me. I'm just sharing what my opinions are on things, and they may or may not be valuable to you, but I don't make any decisions based on me because I'm not a professional, and this is all just for your educational purposes, educational and informational purposes. So you make your own decisions. Don't just go do something because I said so. But anyway, I've been feeling this my whole life. This is one of many topics that are very strong with me because I have struggled my whole life financially. I still struggle. Right now I work 2 jobs. I'm 40 years old and I've been working like 2 jobs my whole life. I don't remember a time when I didn't work 2 jobs. My wife works 2 jobs, always has. So between the two of us, we've worked 4 jobs all of our life just to survive and have a little bit of money to do with and invest with and save and try to, put something back. So anyway, it's tough out there. You and I, the reality is we live in the fourth turning. We live in the fourth part of the cycle. If you refer into the fourth turning written by Neil Howe and Strauss, we're in that last phase of the cycle, the 80-year cycle, the finance period. Speaking, there's a lot of other concepts that come to play. But speaking about the financial piece, the money has been so printed and credit has been so extended that the buying power of the US dollar has been depleted by 98% since 1971 when they broke from the gold standard. So there's only one game in town. If you're out there today and you're struggling in this world, you're a young person, whatever age you are, if you're struggling to survive, I don't have a quick fix for you. I can't change the system, neither can you. But what you can do is control the controllables. You can do what you can do to take care of you and your house. So, got a few steps. Number one, first step, work like an animal. You may have to work, and you probably will have to work 2 jobs, maybe 3 jobs. The point is, get your income up as high as you can. So step one, get your income up as high as you can, as fast as you can. Okay? That's just where we are. You're in the fourth part of the cycle, and you don't get to work 1 job and pay your bills and send your kids to college on 1 job for 1 family. I'm sorry. It's the hand that you've been dealt. It's the place in history that we're in. Okay? You're in the back part of the cycle, and everybody's pulled the credit out on the front end, and they live the good old days, and you and I get the debt that's left over, where the buying power is gone. So, number one, get your income up as fast and as high as you can. Number two, you need to pay off all debt and try to live on a budget and live within your means. It doesn't do you any good. If you make $10,000 a month and you spend $10,000 a month, you're still broke. So the goal is get your expenses down as low as you possibly can and your income up as high as you can. And what's left over, you need to pay off all debts and begin to invest your money into assets. Assets can be all kinds of things. Bitcoin is my personal favorite. Bitcoin, gold, silver, real estate. Real estate's really good because there's a lot of tax advantages and write-offs that come along with that. But real estate it takes a lot of money to get into real estate. And you got to deal with banks, and then you got to deal with renters, and then you got to deal with repairs, and all that comes along with maintaining a property, a physical property. But step two, live within your means, pay off all your debts. Every bit of extra money you can save, you need to not stick it in your mattress in the form of cash. You need to invest it into assets. A business, start a business, buy a business. That a business is an asset. An asset is something that makes you money. A liability is something that takes your money. So, like cars and trucks, for the most part, they are liabilities. They take your money. They cost you money. But businesses are assets because they make you money. Stocks, you can buy stocks in, different companies like Tesla, Apple, the Magnificent Seven tech stocks, Google, Microsoft. Those have been really good stocks for a long time. But that's the goal, because there's this thing happening called inflation, and it's just simply that they're printing money. For lack of all to simplify it, they're printing money, and they're diluting the supply of money. Every time they print more money, they dump it in the supply, and every dollar out there is weakened in its purchasing power. So that's called mutualizing the debt across humanity. But the other term is we're getting poorer. Those of us that are dependent on a job and an income, you and I are getting poorer every day, because every day the dollars you're being paid buy less and less and less. So as time goes and this cycle continues, your money will continue to buy less and less and less, your paycheck. You're just going to get poorer and poorer and poorer and poorer. I'm sorry to tell you, but that's been happening my whole life. I'm 40 years old. I just, the last year or two, began to learn this and understand this thanks to people on YouTube like Mark Moss, Raoul Paul, Robert Breedlove, several others. Anyway, step one, get your income up as high as you can, as fast as you can. Step two, pay off all your debts, live within your means, begin to buy assets. All right, and that's really it, step 1 and 2. And repeat those 2 cycles, 2 steps, over and over again, as fast and as hard as you can. Because this is spoken of in the Bible in James chapter 5, when he's condemning the rich people for their extraordinary wealth. There is going to continue to be a separation between rich and poor. The rich are going to continue to get richer, and the poor are going to continue to get poorer. And this is the game. I just told it to you. It's very simple. Those who own and acquire assets are going to get richer as money is printed, and the assets appreciate in value in direct correlation to the printing of money. Those who do not own assets and continue to live by their paycheck and don't own any assets are going to get poorer and poorer and poorer. And I just put this out there because I was born poor. I'm still, in my area, what would be considered a poor man. I wish someone had told me this 20 years ago. I would be in a lot different place in life if I had known this. But I didn't know this, and I'm trying to give you the gift of giving you 20 years of benefit. You can learn things in life different ways. You can read books, you can go to school, you can get on YouTube now, which is my recommended method of learning anything. You can learn different ways, or you can learn it the hard way. You can learn by your own experience and making mistakes and having to recover from those. And there's value in that because, making a mistake is not a net loss. If you learn from it, it's a good thing. But you can get on the fastest horse in the race if you learn from other people's mistakes. So I'm trying to help you learn from my mistakes. 20 years of not understanding this. If you're 20 years old today and you're watching this video, if you will do what I'm telling you, you'll be a lot better off in 20 years than I am today, because you have someone here to tell you what the game is. This is the game. These are the rules. There are no other rules. There's all kinds of opinions and advice out there, like work harder, work hard. I'm going to tell you, working hard is not what beats the system. Hard work is a good thing. The Bible commends it. Hard work is good and it brings wealth, but you must own assets or you will be left behind. That is the financial system that we're in. Now, going forward, here's a little bit about what I think we can expect to come. We're in that fourth phase of the 80-year cycle. They're going to continue printing money and acquiring debt to the United States. They may, and they are trying to develop a Bitcoin strategic reserve that will, if they do that, it will save this country for some time. It will kick the can down the road and lengthen the continuation of this cycle. And it will continue, as I'm telling you. Those that own Bitcoin will get richer and those that don't won't. If they don't develop the strategic Bitcoin reserve in America, then sooner than later, there'll come a point where there'll be a crisis and the people will revolt. As people continue to get poorer and poorer, there's usually class warfare, social uprising, riots. Then there is usually a world war. And whichever nation comes out on top in the world war, their money becomes the new standard or reserve currency of the world. That's the cycle that has happened several times now, 3 or 4 or 5 times, I'm sure. So we're going for a hard time. There's hard times ahead. These concepts I'm explaining to you are only going to continue and magnify. The wealth gap between the rich and poor is only going to continue to get bigger and bigger as people who own and buy assets get richer and people who don't continue to get poor. It's just going to keep getting worse. You have a chance to get on the right side of the equation and begin buying assets. I recommend Bitcoin personally because it is the future. The future of the 21st century is digital. Bitcoin is digital gold. It can't be manipulated. It can't be hacked. There's a hard cap supply of 21 million Bitcoin, which is enforced digital scarcity, which makes it the most valuable apex asset humanity has ever had. It's better than gold. It's better than New York real estate. Just look up Michael Saylor and watch his videos on Bitcoin, and you'll understand why I keep talking about Bitcoin. I've told everybody I know that I love to buy Bitcoin. Some have listened to me, others have not. Some people still think Bitcoin is a scam, and like the United States is about to begin buying $1 million of it, 1 million Bitcoin, for their strategic reserve. President Trump stood up in Nashville and spoke for an hour about Bitcoin and how good it is. Trump owns Bitcoin. A good majority of the senators and Congress people in the government now own and support Bitcoin. Like this is happening. Nothing is stopping this train, to quote Lynn Alden, and you can get on the train or you can get left behind. I encourage you to get on the train. These next 10 years are, according to Michael Saylor, the Bitcoin gold rush. 10 years from now, it'll be very hard to buy any Bitcoin. The gap will have already occurred and many people will be left behind. I encourage you today, research Bitcoin for yourself and begin to buy it today. Download an app on your phone like Coinbase or River and begin buying even $10 and just hold it. And later on, I'll tell you how to put it in personal custody. You'll want to do that when you get, a significant amount of it, so you can have it secure. I just want to help somebody make it farther than me, faster than me. This is how we learn and have wisdom, as we learn from other people and stand on their shoulders and go further than we could have gone. So it grieves me to see our country going the way it is, and to see young people having it so hard. And I have it hard. I'm 40, and so I'm not by many measures young anymore, but I'm still in many ways in the same seat I was in when I was 20. I mean, it takes everything I can do and two jobs, and it's sometimes it's still not enough. But I am doing what I'm telling you, and in the years ahead, I hope to be on the life raft. There is a financial life raft called Bitcoin. It is the apex asset. It is the fastest horse in the race. Now, you can buy real estate, you can start businesses, you can do these other things, but you're going to be hard pressed to outperform the performance of Bitcoin over the next 10 years. There is no second best, to quote Michael Saylor. So um, I put this out here. The finance piece is a big thing to me because I have struggled with finance all my life, and many of you, I'm sure, have too. If I can help you not struggle the way I've struggled, I want to do that. So we may be looking at a world war coming up in the next 10 years. You if you don't think the cycles are happening and people are going to revolt and rise up because of the inequality and the money, disparity, just get on YouTube and type in the financial crisis and look at all the poor. It's so sad, the young folks that are living in their cars, living in storage buildings. I saw a video, a man was in a storage building and having Christmas in there with his son. He had a Christmas tree in the storage unit. Bless his soul, it made me so sad. It broke my heart for that man. And I pray God blesses him and he gets in a better place. I've always wanted to help people. And, that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to help somebody if I can. So thank you for your time. Thank you for watching the channel. Again, I'm not a financial expert. Take what I say with a grain of salt, but I hope I do, if nothing else, encourage you to go research for yourself. If you can find any other rules to the game than what I've told you, I'd like to know them. If anybody, do me that favor. If you have any other financial advice for someone who's young and struggling in today's world, how about share that in the comments? Because I still learn every day and I welcome your input. And if you have any tips, tricks, advice, I would appreciate you putting that in the comments. Anything about yourself, your concerns, I'm hoping to launch a community here. I know it's early days for my little channel here, but my goal is to provide some help for my friends and be helped by my friends, and help people find help and hope. So please comment. Please, if you enjoyed the content, like and subscribe to the channel. That will sure help things out. And I'll see you next time, friends. May God bless you.